Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Solo Sikoa sends a two-word message, tries to further divide Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. In the ever-evolving world of WWE, storylines come and go, but some rivalries run deep enough to make history. Among those currently captivating the WWE Universe is the tension between Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, and Jey Uso. From family loyalty to the thirst for dominance, this trio of stars represents one of WWE's most compelling story arcs. While Roman Reigns sits atop the family tree as the tribal chief, the once unbreakable bond between him and his cousins, Solo and Jey, has started to fracture. Solo Sikoa has taken a sharp and, as some might say, cunning role in pushing this divide further, especially with his recent, cryptic two-word message that has fans wondering just what he has planned next. Here's a deeper look at how Solo Sikoa's actions are subtly driving a wedge between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, and what this means for the future of the bloodline. The bloodline has been WWE's most dominant faction for nearly 3 years now, with Roman Reigns as the undisputed leader. Under his rule, the bloodline has claimed victory after victory, hoarding titles and standing unchallenged in the WWE landscape. His position as tribal chief is both a title of honor and a position of power, and for a long time, his cousins Jimmy and Jey Uso were his most loyal enforcers. However, loyalty is often tested when power shifts. Jey Uso's allegiance to Roman has been strained ever since he and Jimmy found themselves caught between family loyalty and personal honor. This came to a boiling point when Jey ultimately chose to stand up to Reigns, leading to a brutal fallout between him and the tribal chief. Enter Solo Sikoa. The youngest member of the bloodline, Solo has maintained a quiet, loyal stance, sticking by Roman and serving as his powerful enforcer. But recently, Solo has displayed signs that he may not be the unquestioning follower he once appeared to be. With a simple two-word message, loyalty changes, Solo has sown seeds of doubt about his loyalty and his intentions, sparking speculation that he may be preparing to strike out on his own, or even take Roman's place as the tribal chief. Solo Sikoa entered the bloodline as the quiet powerhouse, a man of few words but immense strength. From his debut, it was clear that Solo was a force to be reckoned with, a no-nonsense enforcer who would do anything Roman asked of him. His loyalty seemed unwavering, his dedication absolute. However, as the weeks have passed, fans have noticed a shift in his demeanor. No longer the silent soldier, Solo has begun to show signs of ambition. He has subtly hinted that he might not be content remaining in the background forever. In recent weeks, his willingness to question Roman's decisions and his interactions with Jey have hinted that Solo has a personal agenda. Could Solo be eyeing the role of the tribal chief? His two-word message suggests he might be. By simply saying loyalty changes, Solo not only makes his intentions ambiguous, but also throws doubt on the unity of the bloodline. Those words carry a veiled threat. After all, in WWE, loyalty is often a fragile thing, and power can shift in an instant. Solo's approach to divide Roman and Jey isn't a straightforward rebellion, but rather a calculated strategy that relies on subtlety and manipulation. He isn't out to directly challenge Roman just yet. Instead, he's using psychological tactics to erode Roman's authority from within. His interactions with Jey have been particularly telling, as he's played both sides in a way that benefits him no matter who comes out on top. When Jey turned his back on Roman, it created a fracture in the bloodline. Solo took advantage of that fracture by playing the role of the loyal enforcer to Roman, even as he secretly sympathized with Jey. By doing so, he's positioned himself as a trusted ally to both men, allowing him to manipulate their perceptions of each other. Each time Solo has spoken to Jey, he has subtly implied that Jey's issues with Roman are valid, that Jey was right to challenge Roman's harsh treatment and dictatorial rule. At the same time, he's maintained a facade of loyalty to Roman, protecting the tribal chief's interests in the ring and playing the part of the silent enforcer. This divide-and-conquer strategy allows Solo to avoid suspicion while chipping away at the bonds that hold the bloodline together. He's effectively turning Jey and Roman against each other without ever directly getting involved, ensuring that by the time they realize his intentions, it may be too late. Roman Reigns is a man who's used to being in control. Since becoming the tribal chief, he has ruled the bloodline with an iron fist, demanding loyalty and absolute obedience. But even the strongest rulers can fall when faced with internal dissent, and Solo's actions have begun to unravel the very fabric of Roman's power. The tribal chief has always prided himself on his ability to control this family, to keep them in line with a mixture of fear, respect, and dominance. But Solo's cryptic message, coupled with his subtle encouragement of Jey's rebellion, has started to undermine that control. Roman is beginning to feel the pressure as the cracks in the bloodline become more apparent. Roman's reaction to Solo's message was measured but tense. He's fully aware that Solo is not just an enforcer, but also a potential challenger for his position. Roman's stoic exterior belies the growing insecurity he feels about his ability to hold the bloodline together. As Solo continues to sow discord between him and Jey, Roman must either confront the situation head-on or risk losing everything he has built. For Roman, this is not just about family. It's about his legacy, his pride, and his status as the face of WWE. Losing control of the bloodline would shatter his carefully constructed identity as the tribal chief, and Solo's actions have made it clear that his power is more fragile than he realized. Jey Uso, once Roman's most loyal follower, now stands as the wild card in this family drama. Jey's decision to break away from Roman's oppressive rule has made him a hero in the eyes of the fans, but it has also left him vulnerable to manipulation. Solo has used Jey's rebellious streak as a tool, subtly encouraging him to stand up for himself and resist Roman's authority. By planting seeds of doubt in Jey's mind, Solo is fueling Jey's desire for independence, even as he remains close enough to Roman to maintain his own position within the bloodline. Jey's choices are influenced by Solo's whispered encouragement, but the question remains: does Jey realize he's being manipulated, or does he genuinely believe Solo is on his side? The beauty of this storyline is that Jey's motivations are as complex as Solo's. He loves his family, but he can no longer tolerate Roman's tyrannical rule. He respects Solo as his brother, but he's also aware that Solo's loyalty may not be as clear-cut as it seems. Jey is caught in a struggle between family loyalty and personal honor, and his choices will ultimately shape the future of the bloodline. Solo's two-word message has set off a chain reaction that could have long-lasting repercussions for the bloodline. If Solo succeeds in driving a permanent wedge between Roman and Jey, it could signal the beginning of the end for WWE's most dominant faction. With Jey and Roman at odds and Solo quietly biding his time, the bloodline is no longer the unbreakable unit it once was. The implications for WWE are massive. The bloodline has been a cornerstone of WWE programming for years, and a power struggle within the faction could lead to a shakeup that reverberates throughout the company. New alliances could form, old rivalries could be reignited, and WWE could be headed for a new era defined by family conflict and shifting loyalties. As for Solo, his ambitions remain unclear. Is he truly loyal to Roman, or does he see himself as the future tribal chief? Is he simply sowing discord for the sake of power, or does he genuinely believe that the bloodline needs a new leader? His motivations are ambiguous, and that's what makes him such a compelling character. Solo's actions have made it clear that he's not content to remain in the background, and WWE fans are eagerly awaiting the moment when his true intentions come to light. WWE fans are buzzing with theories about where this storyline could go. Some believe that Solo will ultimately challenge Roman for the title of Tribal Chief, leading to a dramatic showdown that could redefine the bloodline's legacy. Others speculate that Jey might reconcile with Roman, realizing that Solo has been manipulating them both from the start. There's also the possibility that the bloodline could split into factions, with Roman leading one side and Solo leading the other. This would create an internal family feud, unlike anything WWE has ever seen, as cousins are forced to choose sides and fight for control of the family's legacy. Such a storyline would not only provide thrilling drama, but also give WWE's younger stars a chance to shine as they navigate the complex dynamics of family loyalty and ambition. No matter what direction WWE chooses, one thing is clear. Solo Sikoa's two-word message has set the stage for one of the most compelling storylines in WWE history. By using subtle manipulation and psychological tactics, Solo has turned the bloodline into a ticking time bomb.